Life, Love, and Lipstick.
Welcome to Life, Love, and Lipstick. It's Lesley Stewart and myself, Tracy Lynn, for another week of real talk, some good stuff in the mix for today.
Oh, we have a lot of good stuff, Tracy. Oh my goodness.
I know. How are you doing? I mean, I feel like I haven't seen you in a little bit. Well, virtually at least.
Right. It feels that way. You know what? I feel good because the weather is good.
Whoa, double digits, not even double digits, but hot, like summer, like
love it.
Temperatures.
That's all I needed. My medicine is so good. Yep.
Yes. Vitamin D, or as some people say, vitamin me, because it's all about them. And it's just so nice to feel that sun. And the best part is to be in the car, go for a drive, grab your coffee, windows down and music up.
Well, because it's all we've got right now. So it's those simple pleasures where I think we're all embracing, and we've learned so much from the pandemic to just embrace simple pleasures. And since our lockdown has been extended, you know what? At least the weather is good now.
Yes. I mean, that is a good thing. I know we got extended another 2 weeks, but they're saying that hopefully come the summer, that summer camps can open up and maybe some sports for the kids, which I think is very important because I know for myself, not being able to do much, we've talked about this ourselves with our own kids.
Yeah.
They're feeling it too. They need to get out there.
Oh yeah, they need to be active. We all need to move our bodies. And I know we're struggling with golf courses not being open and tennis courts, and it doesn't seem like it makes sense. And I know they have the rationale, but the virus doesn't really do its thing in the sunshine. So I wish and I hope they overturn it soon. I think it's coming before the lockdown even lifts. So fingers crossed.
Well, fingers crossed. I know we're going to go to a quick break, but guys, you want to come back because later in the show, we're talking about Benifer. But after the break, we have a new word to describe how we're feeling. So stick around. Welcome back to Life, Love, and Lipstick with Lesley Stewart and myself, Tracy Lynn. And we always love to learn something here on our show. And Lesley, you brought a new word to my attention because when you ask me how I'm feeling, I always have sound effects. But you have found the word to describe how I'm feeling.
Yes, and it seems like they just sort of released this word in the last week or two, and they sort of put a label to all of kind of what we're feeling, languishing. So they're saying it's the feeling most of us are feeling right now, lack of energy and motivation to get moving or anything done due to the never-ending pandemic, right? So
yes.
And it's just that feeling of lack of motivation. That's a big one for me. I'm usually good at getting on task and completing. I find I just...
See, we only have sound effects for how we feel. But it's so true. I've had to make a list, like a actual list, pen to paper of what I want to do or accomplish. And if I can get at least one thing or two things done, then I feel good. I feel like I've accomplished something. But even the simplest tasks, I am feeling like it's taking so much out of me.
Yes.
It's hard.
Like I feel tired. I'm like, why am I tired? But it's almost just like, the less you do, the less you can do. My sleep patterns are off. And of course, they say we're supposed to go to bed and get up at the same time. My son, because of school and weekends and, I'm going to bed at all different times and waking up at all different times.
And a lot of people I know in my friend group, when we talk on the phone or we do our virtual meetups, they're saying the same thing. They go, I'm falling asleep, but I'm waking up, or I can't get to sleep. Or I'm sleeping all day because I have no motivation. And and I'm like, well, open the window, do something. And it's the same thing. You have a list of stuff that you want to do, but you just don't feel motivated. I don't know, like you were saying, like maybe it is lack of vitamin D. It is that lack of sunshine, just getting outside. But I don't know.
Well, I know I definitely felt better. Yeah, just in the last few days where the sun has started to come through and the temperatures warmed up. I mean, when we had a risk of frost just a week ago, that was hard to take, right? I mean, every night I was pulling my planters in. I'm like, come on. But now it does lift your spirits. You can feel it, as we were mentioning earlier. So at least we have that. It still exists. And I think until we start to really find our new freedoms and things start to open up, I think it's going to sit with us for a while.
Yes. So the word of the day, languishing, is pretty much how we were all feeling. And it's not just us, the celebrities.
Yes.
They're feeling it too. And I'm so glad that they are being very public with this and not hiding it, because we talk about Gwyneth Paltrow, founder of Goop. She preaches and she posts how clean her lifestyle is. Like you get jealous because I'm like, wow, like you're on top of it.
Uh-huh.
Not only did she have her own candle scent that she launched, and she was very successful in that industry.
Yep.
She has come out to say that she has pretty much hit rock bottom.
Mhm.
She drank every day during quarantine and she ate foods that she should not have been eating every day.
Right. Like things that she would have never eaten. She said homemade pastas and breads and
Mhm.
drinking alcohol every single night. This is coming from like a health and wellness guru, right? Like people go to her website to buy. She has health wellness cocktails and lotions and potions
Mhm.
and even to, as you say, to hear her say, look, I felt it too. I feel it too. I gained weight. I
Mhm.
just feel lethargic. It helps
Yeah.
us all maybe.
Yeah, and I was kind of reading this article and I'm like, okay, so you're drinking every night. Okay, I get it. Because we've talked about this too. There's been such an increase with
Mhm.
alcohol sales over the pandemic because that has been the only thing that's pretty much that has been opened.
Yeah.
A lot of moms have been admitting
Mhm.
that what do they call this on TikTok? The happy juice. You ever seen those? Oh, I want my happy juice. There's
Yes.
been an increase with the need of alcoholism,
Mhm.
alcohol dependency. Some people are saying they're not addicted, they just want it, they need it.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
we're seeing this on the rise, but I mean, I totally understood how she felt because I don't know if it was just more time on my hands.
Yeah.
But you crave when you get into that mood, you
Yes.
crave all the food that you know you shouldn't eat.
Right. It just keeps
Again,
a downward spiral, right? So once you start, if you wake up and you eat carbs, then your body just keeps craving carbs, which is of course, then you're craving your wine and it becomes these new habits. It doesn't take long to form a new habit. And then we've had over a year to form new habits.
yes, it happened pretty quickly. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
And then, when we eat bad, we gain weight. And she said
Yeah.
that she has gained about 14 to 15 pounds. I know for myself, I kept saying, oh, it's hormones. You
Right.
know, I know I'm not as active as I was. It's age. But then I finally had to look in the mirror and say, one, I hate when people say it's age. I hate when they're telling me that I am going to look this way because I am in my 40s. I'm like, no,
No.
I am this way because I have
Mhm.
a wine waste, because I
Right.
enjoy wine. It
Right.
is low sugar, but you're still,
It's still
drinking it.
alcohol.
It's
Yeah.
still alcohol.
It's just the way your body metabolizes it, right? You will get that muffin top. Like alcohol is the first class ticket to getting a muffin top.
Yeah, it's not even a muffin top. It's just this like the waste. It's called the wine waste, but it's like this gut.
Bulgy. Yeah.
Yeah, like there's the male beer gut,
Yeah.
then there's
And
the
there's the
female
the
wine
female
waste.
uterus.
And for the longest time we were inside and I'm like, "Oh, you know what? I'm wearing track pants. I'm wearing yoga pants, whichever. I'm wearing something with an elastic waistband."
Mhm.
Then you put on your jeans.
Mhm.
And I started looking at my clothes from, I would say 2019, early 2020, because I'm thinking, okay, I want to start wearing my clothes again. I don't even know, one, if they fit. Two, I don't even know if they're in style. So I'm hoping that they have made their way into the 2021. But when things aren't fitting and no
Yeah,
stores are opened,
I know.
depressing.
Well, and yeah, exactly. And the problem with these new great, 14-way stretch expandable materials they have now, it's your
Yeah.
size isn't really your size. And then, as you say, if everyone's been living in stretchy stuff,
Yes.
once you put on something slightly confining, it is like a wake up. And especially now, okay, now the sun is shining, you might want to put on a tank top or short.
No, no. I'm go and you know what? Okay, listen, I know I'm saying I have gained some weight, but I know that there's been changes in my body. So I don't need someone saying to me, "Oh no, you look the exact same," or "Why are you complaining?" It's so, but for me personally, when I look in the mirror, I see things differently than what other people see,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Because I went from working out every single day, being lean and fit, to
Mhm.
being hungry all the time and bored. Key thing, bored. So what do? We eat.
Well, that's right. And being at home and too close to the kitchen, that's what a lot of people are saying, like working from home offices. Oh
Yes.
my gosh, they said, apparently we eat like 17 times a day. We're just constantly snacking and going, and you got to have a break in between meals. Don't be snacking all day.
Well, I thought that was called grazing.
Yeah, it's grazing and it's not good.
No.
You need to have a break where your body will actually like eat its own fat. Not what's in your stomach.
Well, I'm like I said, I enjoy that she has come out, and she's not the only celebrity to come out to say, listen, my body has changed, and it makes me feel better about myself.
Yeah.
Because not that she's saying she's gained weight and I'm like, oh yeah, she's gained weight like me.
Right.
Yes, it's kind of satisfactory to me, satisfying.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the whole, okay, guess what? We're in this mind frame. We all crave change. We all crave something different. So we want to get up. And then when you have these warm days, like you said, you want to wear those clothes.
Yeah. It's a wake up.
Yeah.
Like go put on your bikini right now. Try that.
Oh my, no. There is no way. Last summer, I actually really enjoyed the one piece.
Yeah, I was looking at it and getting into that, but I just don't think it works for my body type. So,
well, I ended up getting like a Baywatch style red one.
Oh,
in the old school 80s neon pink with the zipper.
Oh, I love it.
Yes, I brought it back because for me, I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm going to embrace my slightly bigger hips.
Yeah.
I know we've talked about how when you get older, your hips do get a little bit bigger, but I don't know why all of a sudden we all have these big butts, like just, small waist, big booty. Maybe all the walking that we're just doing.
No, but it just is like the focus shifted to a booty, and then all of a sudden everyone had a booty.
I know. And then I'm like, And then you see these leggings called the TikTok leggings that they sell online. I don't know if you've I can waste so many hours on Insta Reels or TikTok. And one of them is this, you set up a camera and you wear these leggings that make your butt look like bootylicious.
Oh, and they go into the kitchen and they show off to their boyfriends or husbands.
Yes.
And like, whoa, where'd you get that?
I know. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm trying to lose that.
I don't
like this.
Yeah.
I have been tempted to buy a pair just for the sake of like trying it out, because I have been buying like random stuff this pandemic, like this round.
Me too. Too much. Too many purchases.
Yes, but it's exciting to track those packages, and it's exciting when they arrive. It's like, oh, there it is. And
you get sometimes what you ordered.
I know. It's like your package arrived. Well, I don't know what I ordered this time.
Oh, simple pleasures. Well, I'm glad I'm not the only one.
No, I ordered this thing actually, and I tried it last night. And I have to say it worked really well. It has come out because I did brush my hair, but it looks like a pool noodle. And you put it in your hair from the top down. So like you wrap your hair around it.
Yeah. And
it comes with clips and like a scrunchie, and you let your hair dry like that. And it's called curlless or heatless curls.
Yes. Yes.
And I thought, I'm going to do this before I go to bed, because that's the only time that I really have time for something like this, or the patience, right? One, it was kind of hard to sleep with, but when I did take it out, I did have this nice beachy wave to it. Just like I said, I have brushed my hair since, because I'm constantly touching and playing with my hair. But I thought, wow, this was actually a score.
Oh, see, there you go. I know. I think last year I bought one of those, the wavy flat irons that made your hair. You know how you can do it manually, like with your wrist? Well, it had actually the waves in it. And I was like, you know what? I don't need that. And I sent it back, because I'm like, that's Lesley, you're buying just ridiculous things right now.
Well, that just kind of basically crimps your hair.
Basically, it's a crimper.
Yes. I thought, when I went into this, I'm going to be super lean and fit again for I think it was like the 100th lockdown that we were in.
Yeah.
I bought this thing that you put on your butt, and it sticks on, and has a battery pack, and there's one for your abs, and it just goes bzz, bzz, bzz,
like a Dr. Ho.
Yeah, kind of. And it was supposed to make everything like super firm. Okay.
Well, I guess there are some advanced, that might be more the,
it was a waste of money.
Yeah. But apparently there are some heavy duty machinery that you can go to to like some special spas where you can get that. You're not working out anymore. Apparently it's working out for you, and it strengthens and tones all your muscles for you.
Yes. I don't know how that works because I just know I've always had to work at it. Like you constantly
Yeah.
have to work out,
Well,
which I
apparently
am
it's,
back in to do it. Just
yeah, like apparently it's good. They might be starting to use it in more athletic like situations where athletes have had, say, an ACL tear, lost muscle depletion, right? And then they put it on and it strengthens their muscle quicker for them. So the recovery time's faster. But now, of course, it hits the, the spa, cosmetology, all that type of cosmetic world. And so it becomes where women want to do it and not work out.
Yeah, I mean, I would love a quick fix. I would love, and I know I posted on my social saying, hey, ladies, what are you doing when it comes to like bumpy skin or some cellulite, just like aging skin? It happens.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm waiting to hear what people have to say for that. I know someone said you can get a rolling machine and it stimulates it
Mm-hmm.
and it's supposed to firm it up. Because like no amount of walking kind of smooths your skin there's so much water. I mean, I'm peeing like nonstop trying to drink so much water in one
I
day.
know, me too. I think hydration, of course. I think I like dry brushing. Do you dry brush?
No, I've never even heard of that.
Really? So it's
Yeah.
actually like a boar bristle type brush, and you're
Yeah.
supposed to start like from your feet up towards your body and towards your heart and like your arms and across. And I find it really like do it on your thighs and your butt and do it like every day, and it really smooths your skin. And it's supposed to detoxify. It's like a lymph detox.
Oh, okay.
It's been around in the secret kind of underground world, and now a lot of people are finding it. I find it works. So
Okay. I'm going to try that. I'm going to order my brush online.
yeah,
And that's
like
a
a big
purchase.
paddle brush, and you can do your back. It's got a handle.
Oh,
Feels
I
good.
love the detox. So anything that has to do with detoxing our skin, detoxing our body, I'm totally in on that. I know we're going to go to a quick break, but when we get back, there's another celebrity that's taken some backlash when it comes to her body. So stick around, guys. Hey, welcome back to Life, Love, and Lipstick. We were just getting caught up on that dry brushing that Lesley recommended. So I think I'm going to try it.
Yes.
I'm going to make my last online purchase. I promise.
Yeah, we'll see.
It will be the brush. It will be the brush. So we were talking about Gwyneth Paltrow earlier and how, she's just as regular as us. She hit rock bottom. She gained her weight during quarantine. She found herself drinking, eating all the stuff that she should not have. And another celebrity, Billie Eilish, she has a new look. She graced the cover of some magazines, almost like debuting, hey, I have grown up. She's got beautiful blonde hair now. She ditched the green and black hair. No more hoodies, which we all have to give up our hoodies and oversized shirts at some point. Okay.
Well, yeah. I mean, so she was being scrutinized way back when she first came on the scene. Again, she's like a teenager, like triple sized hoodies and sweatpants, right? And she's a beautiful girl. I mean, just to see her. And obviously she's got pure talent, but people are all over her, of course. And I find females get hit more with the image than males do. And then now she, as you say, she switches to this corset, like figure revealing, whoa, I'm a woman now.
And Beyonce wore something fairly similar to the cat suits and that she was on.
Yep.
And we were all like, okay, Beyonce, way to go. You did great. And then, like you say, you have Billie Eilish that says, hey, I'm changing the way I look, which she is entitled to change the way she looks.
Yeah.
She's body confident.
Well, moving also from a little bit from teen to more woman. And I mean, you cross over like that. Lady Gaga did it. She went from crazy, whacked-out, weirdo stuff and went into woman. Right. And like, now she's getting scrutinized for doing that.
I know. And I look at Billie Eilish. I mean, she's very talented as an artist. And that's how she expressed herself, was through her hair. I mean, she's always had vibrant hair, her clothes. And I looked at her when she came out with the blonde hair, and it took forever, she was saying, to get that blonde hair back. I think she said like 6 months.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was just like, at that point going, okay, I'm not going to lighten my hair. But she is so body confident, and that is something that we want. And you're right. Like, there's so many shamers out there that just jump on anything and everything because it's just making them feel better about putting someone else down.
Yeah. And some people suffer just from, they can't deal with change, period. But, I wonder about her, like her peers. So all the, the teen girls around her age that were following her and liked that she was in the oversized and the dyed hair and all that. Are they moving with her change? Are they okay with it? Because some people at that age, you lock onto that image more than anything.
Yes. Yeah. A lot of people were connecting with her. So we're very happy that she has decided to take on a different look.
Yep.
Have you seen this extra gum commercial?
I keep watching it, Tracy. I love it.
I watched it for the first time. It was sent to me and I couldn't stop laughing because it's so true. It's like the theme of today, as we started off with languishing, like having that no mood and then being told that you could go outside your home. You can, the pandemic, the stay-at-home order is done and we have to like do something with ourselves. And you see the pizza boxes, because there was a spike with pizza sales and frozen pizza sales.
Yes.
People shaving off their beards, not knowing what to do, and walking outside and not being afraid to walk towards someone because they were jumping and like pretty much humping each other.
Oh, I know. There's people kissing all over the place in the parks. I love the guy that falls on his knees inside his office building. Like, I'm back at work. Like, it's that feeling. It almost I gave them chills because
the best was when the mom's like, I'm out.
I know. And I like all the Zoom calls, all the squares just start, closing down, and she just shuts her laptop. Like,
it was such a surreal moment because I'm watching it and I'm like, wow, I can't wait. It's going to be so nice to just go back to somewhat of our normal life. But then there's this part of me. Where did they tape that? Like, were they allowed to tape that? Did they all get COVID tests before they did that?
All the people yelling.
Did they have to quarantine before and after?
Yeah, that's a very good point.
Yes, but kudos for extra because like they said, just pop some gum, you're fresh, you're ready to go.
Yeah, people need to just Google the commercial. It's hilarious. You could just watch it over and over again.
It was so funny. I thoroughly enjoyed that. So when you sent that to me again, I'm like, Kate, we're talking about it because that day will come. I promise it will come.
Yeah. Yep.
Hopefully 2 more weeks of this. But at least we have our celebrity gossip.
Oh yeah, I know. Oh boy, do we ever. Oh.
Okay, what's going on in this TikTok world? TikTok girls, well, I don't want to say girls, women, early 20s, they say that Hollywood men are taking advantage of them on a dating site called Raya.
Yes.
So we've seen that Matthew Perry was called out.
Yeah, so I didn't. Oh, okay. So Rhea, this is like a high, sort of very high end. You have to be, I guess, granted access to be able to, you have to apply to be able to be on this dating site, right?
You either have to have the followers or you have to have the money, from what I take, or you have to be a sugar baby.
Right. Yes, because I was trying to figure out how are you allowed on here, and then Matthew Perry and Ben Affleck are on here. So I didn't. What was the one with Matthew Perry? What happened there?
So the girl was just basically saying that he was being like kind of creepy, and she was like, "Yeah, well, this must be a joke." And they're saying that these men, the Hollywood men, are coming on these sites and being bullies towards them. But then she realized it was the real Matthew Perry, and it was not a joke. Right. So then they turn around and they're like, "Oh, but I do want to meet with you. It'd be so fun." Right. And then you have Ben Affleck, who was on there. I mean, this was a couple weeks ago. But when you see their screenshots of the what the women did, and they're like, they do look creepy. Because like he was like right up in.
Yeah, he's right up in her face, Ben Affleck, and he's like, just I don't know. He gave me creep factor right away. Yeah, I was like, ew.
He one-upped it though. When she said no, she wasn't interested.
Yeah.
He then tracked her down on Instagram.
Yeah, he did.
And then sent a video message to her saying like, "Why don't you want to go out with me?" Something very nice. I mean, I don't understand how that's being bullying. I don't know. I could see slightly creepy because he obviously, I mean, for example, Matthew Perry is 51.
Yeah.
And I believe the TikTok, one of the girls, she was like 19, 20. Or early 20s.
Okay, well, that's not the first time that's happened.
So. I know.
Right?
But like, come on.
But I don't know. It's just guys. I sometimes think maybe the girls just like the attention too, right? So then they kind of like to put it out there and, I mean, it goes both ways, I guess, right? I don't.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like I said, I totally agree with them, with the girls just wanting their moment of fame, right? They're,
Yes.
they have their followers, they have their endorsements, they're
Yep.
on this dating app. But if you choose to be on a dating app, you have to fill out, I believe, and I don't know. So anyone who's listening who has done this,
Mhm.
correct me if I am wrong, go to our social, send us a message, post,
Mhm.
we'll do a post about this as well. Don't you have to fill out something of what you are looking for?
Yes, I was thinking the same thing. I'm pretty sure like there's a certain demographic and age range,
Yeah,
right?
like you just wouldn't put your face out there and then just have anybody reach out to you. I mean, you'd have to be really specific as to the hair color.
Or maybe
And
not.
I don't know. I'm assuming, but I've
Everyone.
yeah, I've heard my friends say, my one girlfriend said that when she was on there, it even asked what income you were looking for from this other person on the other line, on the other end of this.
You're kidding.
Yeah. And I'm like, well, that's pretty like ballsy because
It is.
listen, 9 times out of 10, guaranteed they're lying about their income. And I don't care about their income, but I'm just saying the person on the other end may just make it sound better than what it is.
Well, and who's going to say, "Oh, I want the guy who's making $25,000 a year"?
Exactly. And you know what? We're not saying that how much you make is
No,
your worth, but there are females, especially females, and
exactly.
there are men. We'll put it that there are people. Okay, so we'll say male and female that really only care about your income and how much you're
Yes.
bringing in.
Yeah,
They
that's
don't
what I
care
mean by
about what
that.
you look like or how charming you are.
100%. Yeah. I mean, I've literally over my lifetime heard girls say, "I am going after a guy for his money." And it
Yes.
just shocks me to the core every time I hear it because I cannot believe it. Because trust me, money doesn't
Yeah.
matter if the guy is a horrible person.
Money does not buy love.
No,
It
no.
doesn't buy love. Like it could buy you some shoes and some nice
Yeah.
gifts and stuff,
And
but
then
come
you're
on.
you're driving in your, convertible down the road with this guy that you can't stand and makes your skin crawl. Okay.
Yeah, isn't
Right?
there a funny meme that says, "Hey girls, make sure you do well in school because this will be," it's like a young lady with this older gentleman, like fairly old,
Mm-hmm.
like late 80s, early 90s.
Oh,
They're like, or this will be your picture. Like this will be who you're
oh,
marrying, right?
right. Like
Yeah.
take care of you. Like you get there on your own.
Yes. And and that's so empowering because there's a lot of females right now that are turning the tables when it
Yep.
comes to men and income and, sugar daddies and stuff. They're like, hey, I am an empire. I make my own money. I
Yeah.
support myself. I support my family.
Mhm.
I'm just looking for a dude that's just going to be respectful and he's
Right.
going to be nice.
Right. And
Because
something is so attractive about somebody like that, from both sides. That's what I've always found attractive about men who have worked hard for where the position they're in and they're passionate about what they do. I think that is the hottest thing ever.
yes, I mean, and maybe their ex-wife has taken all of it, but they're
Yeah.
still nice. They're still
Right.
people. They're
That's
still
fair.
normal people. And I guess it would probably be hard that if you were taken advantage of that way
Yeah.
to learn to trust again,
Hmm.
right?
Tracy, what would you do, in a relationship if somebody said, I want to marry you, Tracy, but, I've been kind of bitten a couple times and now I just really would like you to sign a prenup. Would you be offended?
No, I would not be offended at all. Because we no matter if you're going through the second time around or third or fourth,
Yeah.
you have built your life up until that moment.
Right.
Right?
Mhm.
And you have to take care of yourself. You may have to take care of children as well.
Mhm.
Some people still have their exes involved in like
Yes.
retirement, retirement plans and this and that. But no, I wouldn't be offended if somebody said, hey, I
Mhm.
want this prenup because you know what? If I'm going into a relationship, I'm not going to split my nothing with them.
Right.
Right.
I'm with you.
I mean, I mean, that's just me personally. I'm not after somebody for what they have.
Exactly.
I'm just I mean, yeah, hey, we all say it would be nice, you want to be pampered, you want to be taken care of, but there's so many other ways that you can be pampered and taken care of other than money.
Mhm. Well, and after, been through, both of us have been through our marriages, and you really see what you need, what you want from somebody. And it's like, having that friendship and respect and love. I mean, really it sounds so cliche, but it's exactly what it is.
Yeah. And we're not
And
getting any younger,
no,
right? And if you look at your significant other, again, they've had a part of their life where you're not, that you weren't involved in.
right.
Right. And either it was rebuilding or, just growing and getting
Mhm.
that empire and getting their, where they are in their career. I can't see how people would want to just take that away from them.
I know, I can't, I think that's awful to think
Yeah.
that way. But some people are, that's why, yeah, I feel the same way as you. Some people would
Yeah.
really, they go in there for that reason. And
Yeah.
I think it's, yeah, well, those are those people, right?
I mean, not, we all get put into different situations, but I don't think I would be offended. I know, would you be offended if someone said to you, hey, here's a prenup, Leslie, and then we can get married?
No, I wouldn't be offended, but I think that, I think when I
It
think
has to be
about,
within reason though.
yeah, exactly. The way I look at it, it's not that I want that person's money or anything, because I've got my own thing going on.
Mhm.
But I would think more, it's just, we're both mutually respect each other and love each other so much that it really doesn't even need to be a conversation.
Yes.
I think, you know what I mean? There's more of an
Yeah.
understanding that you already know how I am, who I am, and that I love you, and I wouldn't do that to you anyway. So I don't need to sign that, because
Right.
I wouldn't.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
But I do believe there should be a clause that if that person does cheat
Oh,
and they break the trust and it's at their fault,
that's it.
keep in the ring, keep
Yep.
in the house,
Yep.
and you'd be lucky if you walk out with your manhood.
You got it, girl. I'm with you 100% on
Yeah,
that one.
we're not stupid girls. We are sophisticated women, and that is why you are listening to Life, Love, and Lipstick. Coming up after the break, we're going there. We have to talk about Bennifer and a
2.0.
I know. Can you believe this? The 90s are coming back, the early 2000s.
Mhm.
And big question, does she still have the ring? So
Yep.
grab yourself a quick drink, grab some coffee, head on back. Well, welcome back to Life, Love, and Lipstick. Myself, Tracy Lynn, and Leslie Stewart. Okay, so this show, I don't know, I had the case of the giggles, or
Mhm.
maybe I've just had too much coffee today. I have no idea, but we have had to get caught up on so many things. And now, drum roll, Bennifer. Wow, fireworks.
Back.
Well, we don't know.
We don't know for sure.
We don't know, but I know that Jennifer Lawrence has said recently that she would be so excited, and so did Matt Damon.
Mhm.
He said he'd be very excited if Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck are back together because, okay, so let's go through this timeline.
Yes.
A-Rod and J-Lo, they break up. Obviously, J-Lo has had enough of his crap,
Right.
from my understanding, and she breaks it off. He posts that video on Instagram. I think it was a Coldplay song. I'm not sure, but it was like a love song,
Mhm.
panning across pictures and stuff of hers
Mhm.
that they had together.
Right.
And then she chimed back saying, like, don't let a love song fool you guys. So there was a lot of banter and stuff in between the lines on both their social. Then she was seen with Mark Anthony, the baby daddies, or the baby's daddy, because she's the twins,
Right.
shortly after. And we were like, but then she said that she was just leaning on him because they're friends. Okay, I get it. It's the
Right.
father of her children.
Yeah.
Then boom, all of a sudden, she is sending a car, an SUV, white, over to pick up Ben Affleck to go back to her home. And I think he was bringing Dunkin' Donuts, and that was one of the things we were very surprised about, that she drank Dunkin' Donut coffee.
Right.
Like, hey, if someone's bringing me a coffee, I don't care where you get it from.
Never.
So
But I didn't think that would have even, I was like, oh, that's not really happening. Nothing. I would never think those two would get back together.
well, I don't really know why they broke up. I remember them being together, but I mean, she's had a lot of relationships in between.
Right.
And then regular life just kind of has happened.
Yeah.
Right. So then they go away. They're on vacation for like a week.
Mhm.
And A-Rod has now come out to say that he is very upset and he is angry and he is embarrassed how she has moved on so quickly. He has asked his team, are you ready for this? He has asked his team to set him up with a female. He says he needs a date. He needs a woman. Yeah. Go to the store, get me a woman from aisle 10. I'll take that.
Top shelf, bring her down.
Yes. Yeah.
But I thought he was already having, gallivanting during their relationship. So how can he be upset with her?
So that's why I'm like, okay, big question is, he had no problems having his relations, which were public because they came out in headlines and women came forward.
Yep.
But then here's the big question of the day. Why do men get so mad when a female decides she's had enough, or which for whatever, whoever breaks it off, and then realizes I'm not going to sit around and cry about this anymore. The time has been put in. It's time to break the tie. I'm moving forward. So as soon as like A-Rod sees this, he goes nuts.
I think men, again, any men who are listening to this, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think majority of men have more of a protective jealousy thing than women do. I know there are some jealous women. I don't have jealousy in me. That's just one of those things I just don't have. But I think men are a little bit more, especially if a guy's coming in on their girl. I think guys get really offended by that.
Okay, I get it. I totally get it 100%. But if he wanted to make sure nobody got his woman,
do the right thing.
He shouldn't have done the crap that he was doing.
100%. I'm with you on that.
So he has like no right to say anything.
He doesn't.
I know he's questioning the timeline of everything. She's basically saying like it had nothing to do with their breakup, but I see that he is trying to twist this around that it was J-Lo.
Narcissist.
No kidding. I know. So it's classic A-Rod.
Yep.
But then he posted a picture the other day of his table set for dinner with his children with an extra plate. And they're like, he is shading her, or is he saying there's always room for you at my table? Then I'm thinking, well, who took the picture? Maybe it was just set for them. Why are we reading too much into this?
He's the one behind the camera. I know. I don't know. So I wonder though, I mean, has J-Lo and Ben kept up communication over the years? Like she didn't all of a sudden call Ben out of the blue and say,
no. So here's the thing about that. So when she was in Dominican, right after they split, like when news went public with her and A-Rod's engagement being split, supposedly, sources say that he started writing love letters to her and reaching out to her. Yeah. So I don't know if maybe she's always had feelings for him. And it never, because if you look at Ben Affleck's history, come on, he has had his fair share of roller coaster rides.
Yeah. I mean, he had Jennifer Garner and she's the cutest thing on the planet.
Yes.
I mean, I know I'm not married to her, I don't live her, but from what I can see, she looks like the sweetest, fun, amazing girl.
But then she was done with his drinking and the drugs and the life that he party life because she had to raise their kids.
Right.
So I get that. But I mean, even the last couple girls that he's had, those the youngers,
I know he doesn't, I don't find him. I don't know. So we go back to people. So if people are looking at timelines from when J-Lo and Ben Affleck were together, that's like 2002, 3, 4, right? So Jenny from the Block, that whole thing, Gigli, the movie that flopped, which is how they met, right?
Yes.
And she was married to Chris Judd at the time, kicked him to the curb, and all of a sudden she's engaged to Ben, right?
Yeah.
And that happened really fast.
Well, she posted on her Insta, Jenny from the Block. So with that being posted, everyone's going, okay, what is she saying? Is she saying that she's now with Ben Affleck? Because friends are, like I said, their friends are coming out and saying, I hope it's true. This is so great. They're meant to be together. They said they were very much in love.
Right.
But a former publicist has said that J-Lo still owns and has Ben Affleck's engagement ring. Okay.
So this is the one that was from Harry Winston, right? Jewelers. It was the pink diamond.
Pink diamond.
I remember at the time I always wanted a pink diamond and it was just my thing. And then when she got one, I'm like, are you kidding me?
J-Lo has my ring.
Yeah, because it was just, because I remember I got engaged November of 2004. So it was all around that time, right?
Yeah.
Like, oh man, she stole my thunder. Like I was going to get one.
Well, you never know. You may get one.
I may still.
But yeah, it was the pink ring.
Yeah.
And I wondered, like, everyone's saying, is she just going to show up wearing this ring?
Oh, can you imagine?
But
I
would
would never
you want? Okay, so I see. Okay, so she kept the ring.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure, like if I had that many rings, I'm sure it would be on a big display because she has like 7 or 20. I'm not really sure.
Name
Yeah.
under the date.
It would be like the Hall of Fame,
Yes.
right? An
Yes.
engagement Hall of Fame with their names engraved, like you just said, in the dates. Does she just walk by and put that ring back on? Or would you want a new ring because it may be toxic?
Yeah, because remember we had that show way back when about the rings, you give them back and the toxicity around it and that bad vibes. I mean, I would think it would, I don't know, maybe it's the opposite. Maybe it's a feel good. Let's go back to our roots and where we were. I don't know. I think it's
I
kind
don't know. It wouldn't surprise me if she shows up with the ring and just
see it again.
there she is. But maybe she won't wear it on her engagement finger. She may wear it on the other side.
Oh man, I just think I think they're such an odd couple, but okay, I have to read this one little quote here that I found in the LA Times. Okay. So it said, for those of you who've forgotten the details or were too young to be aware of them at the time, here's a brief refresher. Affleck and Lopez fell for each other in 2002 on the set of the Misbegotten, of course, really, right? And then it goes all through, oh wait, hold on, I got to get to the part where they go on about Ben Affleck was portrayed as a emasculated cheeseball who had been blinded by Lopez's physical allure, buying her a 6-carat pink diamond engagement ring, as we were talking about, trading in his Red Sox t-shirt for camel hair coats, and generally being her designer Ken doll. Because remember, he changed his look hair and he was tanned.
He really was a new man. And actually, funny that you brought up the Red Sox. A-Rod was asked, since he came out in person for the last couple of weeks, they said, hey, how do you feel about Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck? And he says, go Yankees. Yeah. So he wasn't making a comment, but he basically shaded him right then and there. But you're right. She really liked to take her men, because he's not the only guy that she has been with where their image has changed.
Even Mark Anthony. He even changed. He had his own thing and he was fine. She kind of turned him a little bit. Yeah, she's kind of, they the little Ken dolls.
Come on. If you had her money, that's fun. Right?
Dress them up.
Well, you know what I mean? To be like, well, you're wearing this. I bought it for you. You're wearing this.
Yeah, here's your outfit tonight. It coordinates with mine.
Yeah.
This is what I'm doing. This is what you're doing.
Because more than likely, the guy doesn't like to do the matchy thing. I'm a matcher. I like to match up. Or not the same thing, but okay, I like to match up. Okay,
like well, especially if you're going to an event where, I mean, you want to coordinate. You don't want to look like clashing. You have to
coordinate, and if that means wearing the same kind of sneakers, the his and hers, you should do it if it makes me happy. And he does. So I can't say that he doesn't, but I know when I buy stuff, you get the that's really nice. And then you never see them wear it.
So funny.
Because I am told that I am not really stylish, and that's fine. I don't care, because I can admit that sometimes I can be a little off. But see, I like bright, I don't know. I like different, because I like to be different. And so
fine.
Anyways, if I was J-Lo and I had her money, I would be dressing my man too.
Well, it'll be interesting to see, because, Ben Affleck went back to his, just casual sporty dude thing. So it'd be interesting to see if he goes back to being all flashy and like edgy, cool, like J-Lo.
He looks like a freshman in college.
Yeah.
With the sneakers and everything. So
yeah, he does. Not my cup of tea.
No. So it'll be interesting to see if she maybe hops onto another ex. Maybe she's on a detox where she's giving people back their jewelry. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You made me laugh out loud. Literally, we were off camera and you just said maybe she's just going back to all of her guys and giving back their rings.
Yeah. Yeah. So
just detox and get rid of all the bad karma.
Sorry, I'm choking on my water.
Oh yeah.
You know what? That's usually radio and podcast 101.
Yeah.
Don't take a sip while you're talking, but that's okay. I'm done choking.
And never eat popcorn ever or trail mix while you're on camera on air.
Well, now the color has come back to my face and I'm not choking anymore.
You look good.
That's it for our show. That is it. It was a full show. I have to say, I quite enjoyed it.
we have so many things to follow up on as we can continue to watch, Gwyneth Paltrow go back to her original,
Yes.
health and wellness buff guru self, and then where Bennifer is going to end up.
I look forward to it all. Well, it was nice catching up with you. I look forward to next week on Life, Love, and Lipstick. And if you want to catch up with us, go to our Instagram page, go to all the podcast forums. And hey, we're even on Apple.
We are.
Yay.
Check out on Apple.
Spotify, YouTube, we're everywhere. So there's no excuse to not be caught up on Life, Love, and Lipstick. And until next week, we'll see you guys. Bye, Leslie. Have a good one.
Bye, Tracy.
Bye.
Life, love, and lipstick.